got the cube, and n value is going to change. And after that, you just check if cube is equal to temporary variable, and then you can say given number is now in the temporary variable. Okay, temporary variable. Given number is Armstrong. Plus Q. Else, so you can write given number is not Armstrong. Clear? So that's the another program. So any questions here before calling? Let's call this method. How can you call this method? So object reference dot IPOVJ is the object reference. So dot check Armstrong number. I can give 153. So you can say it is clearly saying Armstrong number, right? Same number. And you change it. For example, you give 151. So it simply says it's not a Armstrong number. So that's what you need to test both. Your function, this is the function. Is it working with all the different sets of data? So how can you check that? This is the testing also. So giving a different sets of data, you can test it. Is it working properly or not? Okay. So that is the program execution time. You have to validate your data is proper or not. So whether it is giving a correct data or not for your input. That is Armstrong number. Any questions before going for the next program?
No, sir.
Okay. So one more program. So we are going to do one more program. Lot of programs we need to write. Okay. All the programs we'll write. I want to check given number is a neon number or not. How can you check a number is a neon or not? So what is neon number? First we should know that. So what is neon number? Write a program to check given number is neon number or not. So I'm going to give n. Let me give you explanation. But what is neon? So neon number means you square the given number. Okay, square the given number. So after square, you sum the given in the number, you sum all the digits. You sum all the digits. If you get as the same as the initial number, that is called neon number. So what is the first thing you have to do? Okay, whatever the number you are giving, that you square it. After squaring, you will get some 2 digits, right? So those 2 digits you sum it, or 2 or 3 or whatever it is. How many numbers are there? Each digit you sum it in the number. Squared number, you will get some digits, right? Those digits you sum. If you get the output same as the initial number, before sum you will get some initial number, right? That number and this sum number both are same. That is called neon number. Okay, so let's see that. Let's take a simple int n equal to 9. Okay, so the squared number, what is the squared number value? N multiplied by n. So what that is? 81, right? Then what you need to do? 8 plus 1, so 9. So this is the final output we are going to get, 9 and 9. Okay. So that's the neon number. I think you can do this, right? You can do, or so you want me to explain? How you want? You want me to write, or so you will write? Ayo, what happened? So pin of silence. You want me to write, or you will try? You will give it a try. Hmm?
We will try once.
Only Srivan is replying. What about others?
We will try. Yes, sir. We will try, sir.
So only 3 people are giving the answer. So I have explained already, and you know how to get each digit here. And same logic. This is the same logic. This logic you have to use. This logic you have to use. But here you have to use a sum. That's it. So you declare a sum variable and sum plus this remaining number. What are the digit you are getting? That digit you have to add to previous sum. So give it a try, okay? So if not, I'll write. Okay. Next. So yeah, you need to give a try and think, because we already similar kind of problems I have explained. So you have to understand those problems. Then it is easy for you. If you don't understand, and you cannot solve any problems. Okay, basically that's the main thing. Okay, so the next one is I want to print prime numbers. So let's go and otherwise let me write this also. I don't want to waste your timing. Check neon number. So int n. So it doesn't take much time. I'll just quickly finish it up. And sum and square val. So these are the things I want to take, right? So first, sum you declared as a 0 initially. I'm assigning a value. So first you square it. Square value equal to n multiplied by n. That's the first step. Square the given value, given number. Square the given number. That's the first step. So next, So loop it while you need to loop the square value. Okay, you need to loop the square value. Right? You have to guess, you have to extract each number from there. So while square value is greater than 0, so then for each digit square value percentile by 10. Okay, then sum equal to sum plus RM. Then so square value equal to square value by 10. If sum equal to n, then you can say simply given number plus n is a n number plus sum. Else is not a n number. That's it. Okay, let's move on next program. Write a program. Okay, well, let's execute this. We need to test it, right? So whether it is working or not, how do you know? So test it. So IPOBJ dot. So I'm giving 9. Give a different number. So it's an EN number. Give a different number. Say it says given number 19 is not a EN number. So initially you are given 19, but you got a 10 only. That's why. Okay. And yeah. So write a program to print prime numbers in given range. So what is a prime number? So what is a prime number?
The number which is divided by 1 and itself.
Yeah. So the number which has a only itself and also only one factor. So it is basically it has only one, so divided by itself. So and it doesn't have many factors. So that's the it is not going to be divided by any other numbers. So it divided by itself. So that's it. So that is the prime numbers. We have a prime numbers like 2, 1 is not a prime number. 2, 3, 5, 7, 11. And see, 9 is not a prime number. So don't think odd numbers also prime numbers. No. 9 is not a prime number because it is divided by itself and also by 3 also. So multiple factors it has. So 13, 17, 19. So then 23. So like this. So these are the prime numbers. So I'm going to print these prime numbers. Okay, let's do that quickly. Public So void print prime numbers. Because I'm writing this, there are many chances of asking these questions in the interviews. That's the reason I'm writing. Okay. So simply say printing prime numbers. From into range. What range you want, you can print it. Per, so int I equal to 2, because you have to start with the 2 1. It's not going to start the 1. So I less than range and I plus plus. So take one Boolean value, is prime equal to, so I'm saying true. Then inner for loop you take, so int j equal to 2 and j less than I and j plus plus. So if, so j percentile by I is equal to 0, so then what you need to do is you assign the, okay, so you change the is prime to false. That means that's not a prime number. So then break it. Then print is the inner for loop after you check if, so is prime is true, so then you can print that value. So I value print it. And I'm just going to give us some space after each digit. In the same line, I'll print. Then this is the, so where is this outer for loop? This is this 2. And this is inner for loop. Okay, we're good. So we're good, and bring the cursor to next row. So let's call this. So what is happening? You can see that if anything wrong is there, we have to correct it or code. So that's what you need to do. I'm going to just ask to print first 10 or 20. Let me give it 20. So 1 to 20 prime numbers it has to print. If it is printing or not, you can check it. See, 2, 3, 4 is wrong, right? It's wrong. 4 should not print. 6 should not print. 8 should not print. So that means it is not breaking. The value less than or equal to I. So let's do that. It's not going at all. And I'll just change this to start with 1. Something wrong. What mistake we did here? J less than I, j percentile by equal to 0. So first, okay, let's take simple, okay, 2 less than, we can correct our code, 2 less than 10 or 20, whatever it is. It is true, comes inside. So E is prime is true and comes inside j equal to 1. So j equal to 1. 1 less than 2. So 1 less than 2, it's a false, right? So 1 less than 2 is false. So that means it doesn't come inside. So it will go here, 2 will print. Fine, this is good. Now I value will increment. So now I value will become 2. So I value becomes not 2, right? 2 plus 1, 3. 3 less than 20. This true comes inside. Is prime is true. And now here 1 less than 3 false. So this is also, but there's something wrong here. I think I have to put here also with the 2. It has to start with the 2. Is this going wrong here? See, let me see here. Where we made a mistake. Let me see. Java programs. Correct only, right? So raise to k less than or equal to. Okay. So we made a mistake here. I percentile by, right? That's what the difference. I percentile by z. So that's the mistake. Otherwise, we are good. So that's the only change. Yeah. Now you got it correctly. See that. So this is the only change. So you have to divide this number with this inner variable. Then so it will set it properly. Yeah, that's why this is not going to be correct. Always it's becoming a false. That's why it is going here. So you have to be careful here. So this logic is very important because it is going to set false here. When it falls, the I value won't print. That's all. So let's call this, maybe you can give till 50 also, it will print. See that? This is the one. Okay. So, and last program for the day. Any questions here on this? If you need any explanation, let me know.
No.
Okay. So let's go and do the last program. I want to print a pyramid shape. How to print a pyramid shape? So basically, write a program to print pyramid shape. Pyramid shape you need to print. So it will start from here. Okay. Okay, so I'm just giving some. Okay, so this is the pyramid shape, right? This shape we need to print. See that? Initially, you can enter how many rows you want in your pyramid shape. Okay, you can enter. See, from it starts from here cursor. See, we are printing all the spaces. Then we are printing the star. Then the spaces are reducing. Then 2 stars. Then the spaces are reducing 3 stars. That means how many rows, that many columns also. And star we are printing. So here, second row, 2 stars. Third row, 3 stars. Fourth row, 4 stars. Fifth row, 5 stars. So like this, you can print a pyramid shape. So how can you print this? To print this, I'm going to use a print method. Mainly print method I'm going to use. And also I'll take the input, how many rows you want in your pyramid shape. That I'll take from the keyboard. How can you take a value from the keyboard? What is the procedure?
Create scanner plus
Scanner class you have to use. Scanner class. So we have to use. So let's go and do that. Create object for a scanner class and get the value from. So scanner class. And so the how can you get integer value from the keyboard? Which method you need to call? Which method you need to use? Scanner SCOBJ equal to new scanner. Which method will give integer number from the keyboard? You have to prepare, and what is this? How many times I repeated those things? You're not at all looking at them. If I don't tell, you can blame me. I have given several times those methods, all those things, and you're not reading and coming means what is this?
Next int.
Next int. Excellent. Please enter the number of rows you want in pyramid. Okay. So I'm just taking number of rows equal to SC OBJ object reference dot next int method. Because this is a return type method which returns a value. That's why I'm storing in the variable. That variable data type is a integer. That's a return type method, how to call. And this is the constructor, parameterized constructor. Okay. So now we initialize the row count also. Initialize the row count as a 1. So int row count equal to 1. So first we need to print these spaces, right? So you start with this initialization. So take for loop. For 3 for loops we need int I equal to number of rows. And so before ending we have to close this. I greater than 0 and I minus. Now I need to print this spaces. This spaces I need to print. So take print I spaces. So I spaces you have to print using print method. Use the print method only. So take another for loop to print that. For loop inside another for loop. So int j equal to 1, j less than so j less than or equal to row count and j plus plus. So then you just write print method, not println, print method. So you print I spaces. That's it. So next, take another for loop to print the stars. So spaces after this. So this space after what is there? Star, right? To print a star. So now print the star after end of the space. So take another for loop for so int k equal to 1, k less than or equal to row count, k plus plus. No, this is the not row count, it's I. So this many spaces you have to print, I spaces you have to print, not row count. So I spaces you have to print. Then, so you just print. So print method you have to use, not println, print method you use. So you just give star, okay? You just give star. So then, so you increment the row count. So you bring the cursor to next row, but increment. You can bring the cursor to next row and then increment the row count by 1. Plus plus. That's all. So Control A, Control Shift format. So code will format. Just call this method and execute it. Oh, you cannot call directly. Why you cannot call directly?
Non-static method.
This is a non-static method. How can you call non-static method under main method? You have to use object reference. Object reference. That's the reason. So it was throwing error. Now I used object reference dot non-static method. So let's execute this, run as JNet. So please enter the number of rows you want in your pyramid shape. See, the still program is in running mode. You can see how do you know if the program is running mode. So you're entering the input in the running mode. So 5. See, this is the running. So 5 stars. So pyramid shape or not? So this is the how to print in pyramid shape. For example, I don't want, so I want numbers. So what is the row count is there that I want to print? So just you can print plus row count. See, now all the numbers will print. So run this. See, 1, 2, 3, 4. So whatever you, so you can run it again. So how many times you want, you can run it. For example, I want 5. See, all 5, it will print. Or you want only one number, you don't want anything. So only number you want to print. Just change this. One. So you can just give only once will print. See, only once will print. So this is all the design patterns. If you want, you can give it these design patterns. So that's all about this interview programs. Please practice these interview programs before going any interview, and that will help you if you get these problems. Any questions before